My goodness, we have another one. We've got a vacant property to do. So right here in Jobber, once again, let's click on Create and click on Jobs. Select a client. It's going to be this one. Select a property. Let's go with Dalehaven. Dale. Nope, no Dale. So create new property. West Dale. Dalehaven Circle, that's the one. All right, add property. So now this property is in my library. Let's go ahead and highlight that title, pop it up here into the title, and this is final repairs. All right, work order number, we'll get that copied and paste it into here. Contact is vacant, and again, I would normally put my key box code in there, but I have them memorized, and then I won't have to edit it out of this video. Property manager, this one is going to be from onboarding one. That's the name of this team with this company. The name of this team is onboarding one. So for the visit or the schedule, we're going to click schedule later. Don't need to worry about any of that. And original request. There we go. Description is going to be a precise copy and paste of exactly what I received. So let's paste that into there. Install a door stopper at the entry to avoid wall damage. Easy money. Secure the left towel rack on the right side. Easy money. And by the way, I always re-secure these with toggle bolts. I remove the entire towel rack. I reinstall with toggle bolts. And I put some bedding on the mounts that go on the wall so that these don't come off again. And replace the double cylinder lock on the security door with a regular lock for safety egress reasons. So if y'all don't know what a double cylinder is, the cylinder is where you put the key in to a deadbolt or a doorknob, either one. A double cylinder means both sides take a key. It means that the inside, when you want to get out, they said for egress, for safety egress reasons. Egress means escape. So inside the house, you want to be able to just quickly unlock that with your hand and not find yourself in a position where you can't find your keys, your house is on fire, and you can't get out of your house because you can't unlock the damn lock because you've got a cylinder on the inside. So we need just the regular latch on the inside, cylinder on the outside. I have some spares at the Handyman headquarters that'll probably fix that up just fine. And confirm the HVAC filter size. So that's all we got to do here. I've created this job. All I got to do is click Save Job. So that one is saved. Of course, I'm going to take y'all on the job with me, and I'll just start letting y'all follow me through all of these jobs, as many as I can. I'm trying to run a YouTube channel and a handyman business and raise a big family. So I'm pretty busy, but as many jobs as I can, I'll be taking y'all on with me and kind of showing you the whole process beginning to end. All right, guys, we're here at the move out. I did forget my audio at home, my professional audio, so I apologize if the audio quality is not great. I do want to show you what I brought along. I didn't bring a lot of tools for this one, guys. I brought my EDC bag here. I brought my bathroom accessories kit, and I brought my strike plates, door hinges, and hinges. Sorry, my strike plates, door stops, and door hinges kit. Both of those are incomplete kits. I do not consider them to be built out yet, but I think they are going to have most of the stuff we need. And then, of course, I also brought my drill here. And then on the way, so what I did was I got on Zillow and I looked up the doorknob/deadbolt and saw the colors on Zillow for this house. So I picked up a deadbolt that I thought was going to match. So the first thing we're going to do right now, let's see, I'm going to get my Phillips screwdriver. You know what? Let's just take the whole EDC bag and we'll go to the bathroom and we'll get started on the towel bar. I've mentioned to y'all before, when I do these towel bars, I always take them off and completely redo them. So it's the towel bar on the left, but it's the right side of the towel bar. I'm not sure how the camera works. It might be, yeah, it looks like the left side for you guys. It's just mirrored, but it's the same towel bar. So I'm gonna take my little teeny tiny common slotted, and the first thing I'll do, now I just recognize this is a Glacier Bay. This is a cheap Glacier Bay towel bar from Home Depot. I know without even looking that it's gonna take a common slotted screwdriver over here. Now if I could tighten it, then I would just tighten it if it felt sturdy, but there was no tightening to be had, so I'm removing the whole thing. There we go. And what I do with these towel bars, I know I've told y'all, is I completely uninstall the towel bar, and then I completely reinstall the towel bar every time. However, I am curious. Yeah, that one wasn't going to work anyways. So interestingly enough, we have common slotted screws over here, which I do not see very often on these towel bars, or on these mounting plates for the towel bars. I can also see some pencil marks on the wall, so I don't know if these were installed new recently, and that's why we have these pencil marks, or if they just never did get cleaned off the wall whenever these were installed a long time ago. We have two completely different mounting brackets. I don't even know if this is going to work, to tell you the truth. Let me take a look and see. So if we put that down here, and we put that right there, yeah, this can still work. This is not even using the correct mounting bracket. Let me bring you over here and show you. So this mounting bracket came from here. See the circle in the middle and then the two little wings? And then here's the mounting bracket over on this side. This is the good mounting bracket here, and this was the bad one. However, I don't think it's the fault of the mounting bracket. I think it's the fault of the hardware that's actually in the wall here. And, oh, that's awesome. That's not going to come out easily. I'll show y'all what to do. Boom. Knock it right up in there. Oh, actually, I'm going to leave. This mounting bracket feels like it's actually in a stud. So I am going to go ahead and leave this one here just like this, because it is extremely tight. I normally wouldn't, but I'm going to on this one. There we go. Next, let me go grab my kit. So my kit is for my toggle bolts. That's how we're going to mount this. We've got one hole in the middle here, so we're going to put one toggle bolt right through the middle here. Very easy. Now I'm going to make a change to my processes here pretty soon, so just go ahead and get that started like that. I'm going to make a change to my processes pretty soon, and I'm actually going to start using 1/8 inch toggle bolts. Now, if you look at the numbers on these are actually plenty strong, but I'm just going to feel better when I'm using 1/8 inch toggle bolts. So I'll be trying to make that happen relatively soon. Oh, and the other thing I do when I use these toggle bolts, and I want to be clear, I'm not gluing anything to the wall. However, I will use some adhesive caulk, or any kind of caulk for that matter. And I use it as bedding, so I put it on the back side of the mount. And again, this is not intended to glue anything. The holding in place is going to be done by the toggle bolt. But what this bedding does is it's going to stop this mount from sliding around on the wall. We don't want it sliding up and down and left and right. That's going to help it get detached eventually. So the bedding just literally just keeps it from sliding left and right and up and down on the wall. There we go. Pretty good. You don't want to over tighten these, but you also definitely don't want to under tighten them. If you over tighten them, you can just strip them right out. And if you under tighten them, of course, well, then they're just loose. You don't want them to be loose either. So, there it is. So this one is going to go on the right. The way that you know how these go, guys, is they each have this little hole in here for this to go into. And what you want is you want your set screw to be pointing down at the floor so nobody has to see it. So you pop that baby on, find your set screw up inside that hole, get it tightened down. Also, you know, not too tight, not too loose. Get your bar ready. I can just sit there. And then you come over here and you just take your open end here, slide it onto your bar, slide the whole piece over its mount, and then tighten down the set screw on this one. If it'll tighten down enough for us. I'm thinking this will. Oh yeah. Cool, I'm gonna give it a tiny bit more. There we go. I'm happy with that. So job number 1 is down. I believe I charged about $45 for that, and we've been filming for 8 minutes. So 8, 16, 24, 8 times 5 is 45. So $5 a minute, that's pretty good. $5 a minute. All right. Next, I'm gonna go put this bath accessory box up. I'll drop my backpack by the front door and we'll go do that deadbolt. All right, guys, so we've got something that's kind of new to me, except it's not new. I've seen it before and I just can't remember it. And it's this type. So this is a double cylinder. As you can see, we've got cylinder on both sides. The screws should be on this side, but I don't know anything about this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it off and I'm gonna learn. I did try to AI it and Google it, and although I know they're wrong, they're telling me that I just need to essentially, like push on these circles and it'll like pop up and a little cover will pop off. That ain't happening. I like to do things the bigger hammer way. So that's what we're about to do now. We're just gonna cut this off and see what happens. I can see a little more now. Still can't do much. Oh, there we go. Pop that right on out of there. And now we've got some screws to take out. Easy money. All right, so see it up. Make sure you face the bolt up. Sometimes it's not that easy finding the hole. Some days finding the hole feels like second nature, and some days you just can't find the hole. Go. What's wrong? These are all super easy, man. I charge $25 each for doorknobs and deadbolts. Very easy money to make. Now we're also going to rekey this. Rekeying. By the way, I use Kwikset SmartKey security exclusively because it is so easy to rekey. All right, there's that. Let me see if I can tighten these. Sometimes when you tighten these down too much, the deadbolt gets harder to use. So I try to not tighten them down too much. Okay, for the rekey, I'm going to show you all how to do this. I've shown you all on this channel quite a few times. Okay, we're going to keep on doing it. So let me bring the camera over here. Get it to where you can really see it. All right, I'm going to try to make this as visible as I can. You need to have this tool that comes with your Kwikset SmartKey security system. You need to have your new keys that came with it, and you need to have your original key. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your new key and you're going to put it in there, and then you're going to turn it a quarter turn to the right. And up top, if you look very closely right here, there's this little hole that this tool can go into. So once you get it turned a quarter turn to the right, you pop that in the hole. That should, yep, it allows this key to come back out. Now you take the key that you want this house to be keyed to, the original key, you push it into the hole, and then you just go both left and right. Do it a few times. You only have to do it once, but I do it a few times just to be absolutely certain. And then to test it, you come over here. Of course, and maybe lock it manually. Yeah, see, it's good. We did it. And that's how you rekey. So now you don't need a locksmith anymore. All right, this one we've been filming for 9 minutes and 16 seconds, so call that 10 minutes altogether for this one. And I'm charging, what, $25 for 10 minutes? So dollars per hour would be, what, $2.50 an hour I made, even having to cut this off, or rather dollars per minute, $2.50 per minute, which is, I don't know, what is that, ballpark, 130 bucks an hour, something like that, maybe more, probably more, 150 bucks an hour. All right, so next on the list, we're down here on the floor because we've got to add a door stopper over here by this front door so we don't damage the wall. And luckily I brought my doorstop kit here. It needs to be restocked very badly, but I do actually have a doorstop in my kit right here. I actually have a few, but this will be a nice one here. So we'll get the door open, we'll come around, and we'll figure out the placement for the doorstop first. The placement is super, super important because we need it to hit the door in just the right place. So I'm gonna say right there. I like that. Don't even really need a drill for this. I mean, it doesn't hurt if you have one, of course, but it's one screw going into some pretty lightweight baseboard. There's that. Screw the doorstop into the base. And we'll give her a test. Nope. We're gonna have to move over to the right a little bit. I rarely get these wrong, but this door is at an angle, so our placement is gonna have to be damn near perfect. Screw the doorstop back in. Aha, perfect. We got it. See that? Good. The door's pretty warped, but the doorstop is good. And what was next? I think we got the air filter. They want to know the size of the air filter because this company's pretty smart. And what they do is they have filters that get delivered on a regular basis. So, if I could read, typically I would just look through the slots here to read the size, but you can't actually see it on this side. Let's see. 16 by 25. All right. I'll write that down. Put that in our invoice. They didn't ask us to change the filter, just to confirm the size of it. All right, and in case y'all didn't hear me, the filter right here, because I know I don't have my mic with me today, so they just wanted me to confirm the size of this filter. This company, this particular one, just has some wing nuts right here that I took off to read. Normally I would just read the size through the vents, but you couldn't see it on this one, so I took it out, and it is 16 by 21. Let's see, install door stopper, we did that. Install or secure left towel rack, we did that. Replace the double cylinder lock, we did that. And confirm HVAC filter size, we did that. Let's talk about how much money we're gonna charge. So on a job like this, what I do is a $125 trip fee, and then the towel rack, I believe I said was $45. The cylinder was $25. The doorstop is, I believe, $8, and I'm not gonna charge anything for checking the filter size. So that's, let's see, 23, 3 right here, carry the 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 0 right here, 1 right here. $203 labor that I'll be charging for this. So out of the $203 labor, I spent about 10 minutes probably, not even 10, like 5 minutes actually putting this job into Jobber. This was a 30-minute drive here, so that puts us at 35 minutes. And I've now put in about 35 minutes worth of work, so that puts me at just over an hour, basically. And I still have a 30-minute drive home. So once again, we're gonna be coming out at better than $100 an hour for all of the time invested into this job. All I want is $100 an hour on the job. If I can get $100 an hour for all the prep time, the drive time, and everything, if all of that equals out to $100 an hour, I'm very happy. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and load up and I'm gonna get out of here, guys. All right, so it is 7:23 a.m. the very next morning. Let's go ahead and get this invoice. So we're gonna come to the home page, which we're already at, scroll down to jobs, come over here and scroll down to 𝗬𝗪𝗟𝗟 final repairs. Go ahead and open that up and come over here. Let's see, we'll hit the edit button, add line item, and let's do the bathroom towel bar first. Towel, labor, towel bar, tighten or install. Now this is an older line item, so let me just update that price. That is now $45. If you guys want to sort of follow with me, if you have Jobber, you can go to bulletproofhandyman.com, and in the documents folder, there's going to be a bunch of different line items that you can download that are the same as these that I'm choosing here. Or if you want the newest line items with the newest pricing, go to your rate book at bulletproofhandyman.com, open up your rate book, click the button that says import raise, and then you'll import all of mine along with the pricing. But otherwise, here's where we're at right now. I've downloaded this one at the moment. I changed the price to $45. Labor, towel bar, tighten, or reinstall. I might have a materials line item for this. Let's see. How about, I'll say towel again and see if we have, there we go. Materials, towel bar, tighten, or reinstall. I basically charge them $1 for the toggle bolts, and that's it. Honestly, you know what? Let's charge $3 for toggle bolts. Add line item. Next, we had a doorstop, DOORS. Labor, doorstop, install, $8. Quantity 1. Add another line item, DOORS. And we'll scroll all the way down. Materials, doorstop, $5. That looks good. Add line item. What else did we work on here? Oh yeah, the deadbolt. All right, so DEAD. And labor, doorknob, deadbolt, repair or replace each $27. Now I'm going to click this one, but I'm going to come here in parentheses because I'm going to be changing the price and say there was no working key for the side of the deadbolt that we needed to access for removal, so we had to cut the deadbolt off. All right, and instead of 27, which I was charged, I thought I was charging 25, so 27's cool. Let's do, how about 40 for this? So $40. And by the way, I'm trying to not go too crazy with my pricing here. This is a property manager who doesn't use my services a lot, and I want to encourage her to use my services more. So I'm not trying to be cheap. You don't encourage people to be your client by being cheap. All that does is get you cheap clients. But I'm trying to just make sure I really don't go overboard on anything so that they feel very comfortable sending more of these, because this is the onboarding team, which means it's all going to be vacant properties. Everything the onboarding team has is vacant, so I want all of their work. So $40 right there for the doorknob. We need to add a line item for the materials. Deadbolt. Materials. Oops, whoa. Materials deadbolt, single cylinder, $33. That's actually pretty close. I think I paid $31 for that plus tax, so it's probably about $33. All right, so we've got the deadbolt. Next, add line item. We need to do the air filter. Oh, I called it AC. Why did I call it an AC filter? That's not professional. That will get replaced with my new custom line items. So labor, filter, AC, replace, $10. Yep, that's correct. However, we're going to say, there we go. We did not install a new filter. As requested, we only removed the existing air filter to check the size and then reinstall the existing air filter. Labor, $10. There's no materials cost on that one. So we have now documented everything on this job except for the trip fee. So trip fee, move out, $125. Save. And what does this bring us to now for this entire job? $269. That is not bad at all, man. We didn't put hardly any time in, and we only spent $30-something on parts. Very easy move out to do. So now that this one is all saved, let's see, we're going to scroll to the top, and we're going to say more, close job. And then now we have a create invoice button. So before we click on that, let's highlight the title of this job, copy it, create invoice, the one that's pre-selected when the screen pops up. If there's any other ones, it may not pop up at all if you don't have other closed jobs, but requires invoicing, continue, and let's pop that title that we copied. into the top here. All of this is already filled out correctly, so we don't need to do anything there. All we should need to do, well, first of all, I want to come grab this trip fee, and I want to pull that to the top. That should be at the top here. So one more probably. There we go. I want original request first, then trip fee, comma, move out, then all of the other stuff. So now what we do is we just check everything. So let's come through here and confirm. We've got the trip fee, $125, towel bar, $45, towel bar toggle bolts, $3, doorstop install, one of them, $8, doorstop materials, $5, labor, deadbolt, $40, materials, deadbolt, $33, labor, AC filter, replace, even though we didn't replace it, $10. Come all the way down to the bottom, and you can save invoice, or you can save and send as email, or save and send as text message, or save and collect payment. This client I upload, so what I do with them is I just save invoice, and then I'll show you, come up to the top here under more and print or save PDF. So this is where I'll actually open this up to save this PDF to my computer so that I have it to upload into their system. Now, we've probably got somewhere in that ballpark of about 2 hours invested into this job. We charged more than $200. And most of that time was really just the 30 minutes drive time there and the 30 minutes drive time back, and having to make a trip to Ace Hardware. Oh, and by the way, September 1st through 5th, don't forget, we've got 3 people that I'm flying into Tucson that are going to come to the Handyman headquarters, and we're going to work on your business. This is Founders and Fathers Technical College. This whole thing that I'm putting together, we're going to do this about every 6 weeks. We're going to have a new class. I'm going to fly you in. I'm paying for that. I'm filling the house with groceries. I'm providing you with lodging at the Handyman headquarters. Everybody's going to have their own private room and everything. And I'm going to show up every morning for 5 days. So you've got arrival day and then 3 full days of me showing up every morning and working on your business with you. And then the 5th day, of course, you fly home. But for that 5-day trip, we are going to hyper focus on your business. If you're new and you need to get started, we're going to get you started. If you're already going but you need help with marketing, we'll work on marketing. If you've got all of that down and you just need some more skills, we'll sweat copper and patch drywall, but we'll work on whatever you need to work on. And by the way, this is made possible, at least this first class, by Quo, Q-U-O, formerly OpenPhone. They are an app-based VoIP phone that lives on your personal phone. They've got an AI receptionist. They've got all kinds of great AI tools. They're going to help you run your business more efficiently. But most importantly, you don't need to carry around 2 phones. Oh yeah, and they'll also take you through the 10 DLC registration. This is actually a business phone, a legit business phone. And they will take you through those 10 DLC regulations and make sure you get approved by the federal government to be able to text all of your clients back and forth, and ultimately to be able to send out some mass text messages for some marketing to those clients. So I'm going to shoot off this PDF to the client real quick and move on to the next job. I've got a whole lot of them to cover for y'all, especially these vacant properties. So if you have any questions, email me at bulletproofhandymanbusiness@gmail.com, or put it in the comments here. I answer every email. I answer every comments. That's a promise from me to you, at least until I get too big, and I kind of hope I don't get too big for that. So shoot me an email, put it in the comments. I love you guys. I hope you're out there killing it, and I'll see y'all on the next one.